Sometimes, celebrities have no choice but to confront interviewers who step out of line, like when Megan Fox had to shut down an interviewer who wouldn't stop flirting with her.
What is it?
Please, can you give me a kiss? Please.
On the mouth? Are you silly? Do you ever just look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I really did it today?
Or when Rihanna went off on a reporter for prying into her private life.
Things are clearly going brilliantly in your career. I just wondered if you are as happy in your private life.
Wow, how disappointing was that question?
We've got to move on. I think
I'm
there's a question
happy and I'm
here.
single, if that's what you were really asking.
Yet perhaps the most intrusive question was directed at Paramore's lead singer, Hayley Williams.
When was your last orgasm?
We don't talk about that on the radio.
That's not cool.
But things got personal when host David Letterman made an insensitive remark to Sofia Vergara about her home country.
You should go to Colombia.
I would love to go.
Go?
I'm afraid I would be kidnapped.
No, they don't even know who you are over there.
No.
This wasn't the only time Letterman disrespected a guest, as he seemed to go out of his way to embarrass Paris Hilton on his show back in 2007.
Have your friends treated you differently since you've been out of the slammer?
No. People think that I was really strong, that I went through it, so.
God, it was just ugly, wasn't it? Have you made?
But I've moved on with my life, so I don't really want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, but I know. This is where you and I are different, because this is all I want to talk about.
According to Hilton, she had agreed to appear on Letterman's show only after he assured her he would not bring up her time in jail, a promise he ultimately broke.
Did you make any friends while you were in jail?
Answering any more questions.
No,
I didn't come here to talk about this. That was like
well, I haven't
a long
seen
time
you
ago.
because you know what happened? The week that you were supposed to be on the show, you had to go away. So now I haven't seen you since.
I know, but now you're making me sad that I came because you're
Oh, no,
hurting my
please,
feelings.
please, don't be sad. Are you really sad? No. Are you feeling better now?
Stop talking about it, yes.
Hilton says she felt like Letterman was going out of his way to humiliate her, much like he did with Lady Gaga, who refused to be the punchline.
Last year, you bought $11,000 in lingerie at one store.
That's very inappropriate of you to ask.
Why are you asking me these?
That'd poison you. That's polypropylene.
I'm just so fed up with all of it.
Once? Hey, how about this one?
And speaking of Lady Gaga, Nicki Minaj has made it clear she doesn't appreciate being compared to her.
But if you know what's good for you, do not compare Nicki Minaj to Lady Gaga.
Does that kind of comparison offend you?
What are the similarities? Why don't I turn the cameras around and ask you?
Just the wigs and the...
Wigs? Every female in this game wears wigs.
The over-the-top costume, you mean?
Over-the-top costumes? Try again.
So it does make you mad.
I mean, no, because it's getting tired now, though, to me.
But back in 2018, these radio hosts thought it was okay to belittle a 17-year-old Billie Eilish.
So you did homeschool, though. Obviously, you had to at least take a test at some point in your life to get a graduation certificate, right?
I mean, your parents are janky if that didn't happen.
The things that I need to do in my life don't have to do with
But that's what I said when I was your age, and everybody said you still have to go to school and graduate.
Yeah, but you don't, though. I graduated last year.
At 15, you graduated.
Yes.
You might as well be graduated from college, too, then, while you're at it. I mean, if you're just making stuff up.
Yeah, but I never, you know what? Whatever.
And while Eilish kept her cool, celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay didn't hold back with this next host.
They were saying that you'd had Botox. Has the US affected you like that?
Yeah, now, you're a smart girl, right? Do you actually think I've had Botox? Do you think I need my money back? I mean, are you stupid?
Similarly, the legendary Jane Fonda would not respond kindly to being asked about her looks.
But you look amazing. Why did you say, I read that you said you're not proud to admit that you've had work done. Why not?
We really want to talk about that now?
Well, one of the things people think about when they look at you is how amazing you look.
Well, thanks.
Anne Hathaway would also have to put a reporter in their place after she was asked an inappropriate question.
How much weight have you lost to get into this shape right now?
You did not just ask me that question.
No, I'm just saying, you're like...
What a forward young man you are.
My goodness.
Scarlett Johansson has similarly been bombarded with questions about her figure over the years, and it's obvious she's completely over it.
And to Scarlett, to get into the shape of Black Widow, did you have anything special to do in terms of the diet?
Scarlett. Like, how come you get like the really interesting like existential question and I get the like rabbit food question? I don't know. Yes, surely. You know, you're training and doing all that stunt work, and so you eat a lot of green things.
But this next question was so demeaning that Ariana Grande couldn't help but fire back with a scathing takedown.
If you could use makeup or your phone one last time, which one would you pick? Makeup or your phone?
Is this what you think girls have trouble choosing between?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this men assuming that that's what girls would have to choose between?
Now, this is not a question. Can you really go anywhere without your cell phone?
Yes.
How long can you go without looking at Twitter?
Many hours. When I'm at a dinner table, I like to be present and talking.
Good quality.
Eye contact.
Ladies, learn. Listen and learn, ladies.
Boys, learn.
Oh, excuse me.
Come on. You need a little brushing up on equality over here. That's why. Come on.
Grande has certainly faced her share of strange interview questions, but this next one just might be the most bizarre.
Your feet don't smell, do they? I mean, you dance a lot. Wait a second. It's a question. It's a question. They don't? No. She's working. Her feet don't stink. Her name is Ariana Grande. We're having a good time.
What about you?
Mine don't. You want to smell my shoe?
No, not at all.
Why not?
Nobody wants to smell your feet.
But when this reporter commented on Taylor Swift's hygiene, her fans were quick to defend the singer online.
We'll see you very soon. It's nice to see you. I think you need to have a shower now.
I agree, and I'm not offended that you said that. There's a lot going on, and none of it's good here.
We'll see you soon. Thank you. Nice to see you.
Yet even Swift couldn't help but fire back when she felt disrespected by this next interviewer.
I just wanted to show the legs, because as I was telling you ahead of time, you're going to walk home with more than maybe just a trophy tonight. I think lots of men.
I'm not going to walk home with any men tonight. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, and then I go home to the cats.
No men allowed.
Men get me in trouble. I don't...
But when it comes to cameras panning down women's bodies, actress Cate Blanchett didn't hesitate to call this practice out.
Do you do that to the guys?
Yes.
It's a thing that's it just happens. Like, what do you think's going to happen down there that is so fascinating?
Actor Javier Bardem would similarly confront a reporter who asked him a tasteless question regarding his wife, Penelope Cruz.
¿Cómo se siente ser el único hombre del mundo que disfruta trabajando con su mujer?
La pregunta es de una falta de gusto tremenda.
While being interviewed on a prank show, rapper Wiz Khalifa had no idea it was all a setup and grew visibly frustrated with the interviewer's antics until he finally had enough.
You're not the sharpest tool in the shed, are you?
No.
You just wear a suit just to look like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But you don't know shit.
We kind of have the same style.
No, because I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you know.
Cut this dude off, man.
It's over. Interview's over.
I also really have to go now.
You do have to go now.
But it was, you know.
Bye.
Nice. There's not.
Have a nice day.
But when Jimmy Kimmel asked an intrusive question about money, comedian Steve Harvey fired back with a roast of his own.
Are you a billionaire yet, Steve? You've got to be a billionaire. I've just been trying to add it all up.
Well, if I was a billionaire, I wouldn't be on your show.
Even Kim Kardashian seemed annoyed when pressed about her finances during this oddly condescending interview.
How much money did you make from it, personally?
What?
How much?
Well, I never talk dollars.
Okay.
Cents. I never do.
Well, you can talk rubles or euros.
Yet it was the Wolf of Wall Street himself, Jordan Belfort, who completely lost it when a reporter accused him of hiding money.
I've said enough about this. Let's move on.
Let me ask you this one thing.
Let's move on, okay? Honestly, I'm ready. I'm not going to get attacked here. You're here, so I'm done with this. Next.
Is that an attempt to hide your income?
Next question.
I think the peanut gallery is going to start chiming in really quickly. We've been audited.
I think you can air what you want here out of this interview. It's done. Oh my God. You got a lot of nerve, boy. I'll tell you. Honestly, really, honestly.
Why
really,
can't I
that is
ask
just
these
honestly,
questions?
and I was told this was a friendly, nice interview, and no one has ever treated me as disrespectfully as you have, really.
Former child star Gary Coleman had a similar outburst, storming out of an interview after being asked about his recent DV arrest.
Why don't you flat out deny it then, right here? Because otherwise everyone's going to look at this and say he's waffling around and he probably did it.
I don't waffle. There is no that goes on in my house. I don't waffle. Now, if people believe that I'm waffling, then they can go do what they need to do.
Did you your wife? Did you her? Did you lay your hand on her?
And you know what? You can go the same place.
Did you lay your hands on your wife, Gary Coleman? Because she says
drown
you did.
yourself in the ocean.
She says you did.
You know what? I have this on my head because I fell down the stairs. I don't want people thinking that my wife is.
Why don't you want to answer the question about whether you your wife and everything else? Pardon me?
You can go yourself.
Really?
And quit asking me.
Is that the way you talk to your wife?
Yeah, if I have to, if I need to, but I don't. And I don't know you, and I don't care about you.
And is this the kind of
your
anger that leads to your physical assault?
Matter to me.
Let me tell you
so
what, I'm
my
life
doesn't matter to you. Hold on. Or get hit by a bus tonight. I'm not gonna care because she's pushing my buttons, and I don't like her now. And the next thing I'm gonna do is leave. So all of you.
Gary, come back.
No, you.
Meanwhile, Mel Gibson looked like he was about to lunge at a reporter who brought up his controversial 2006 anti-Semitic tirade.
People are going to welcome you back, and other people are going to be like, he should never come back.
Why?
Because of what happened before.
What happened before?
The remarks that were attributed to you.
That were attributed to me.
Yeah.
That I didn't necessarily make.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But, I gather you have a dog in this fight.
Pardon me?
You have a dog in this fight? Or are you being impartial?
You tell me. I'm trying to be impartial, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'm back. And I hope it works out. And I hope people will graciously accept me back.
Still, this next reporter was left stunned when comedian Joan Rivers launched into an angry rant and abruptly walked out of the interview.
You know, this whole interview is becoming a defensive interview.
No!
Are you wearing leather shoes?
Yes!
Shut up.
I'm talking.
You know what I mean? I don't want to hear. You're wearing fur. You're wearing leather shoes.
I'm not an activist, but I'm saying
You're eating chicken.
Yeah.
You're eating meat. I don't want to hear this nonsense. Come to me with a paper belt, and I'll talk to you.
But you did hear it in some of those press conferences. There were people who were upset, and you're just saying,
no, you know, I'm going. I really am going because all you have done is negative.
No.
All you have done is negative. I haven't heard negative. I make people laugh for 50 years. I am put on earth to make people laugh. My book is funny. I wear fur that was killed 15 years ago. I work for animal rights. Stop it with, and you do this, and you're mean, and you're that. You are not the one to interview a person who does humor. Sorry.
Are we serious?
But it would be model Naomi Campbell who really took things too far when she got physical after being asked about her alleged involvement with a blood diamond.
You received a diamond from Charles.
I didn't receive a diamond, and I'm not going to speak about that. Thank you very much. And I'm not here for that.
We're not answering these questions.
Well, we've been told that you didn't help the prosecution sort of in this very important case.
Sorry. Thank you so much.
Sorry.
Goodbye.
In hindsight, this next clip has aged extremely poorly, especially given what we now know about Britney Spears' traumatic experiences, with a visibly emotional Spears even pleading for the interview to be stopped.
You've had a rough year. You've had a year that would test a lot of people. Illness in the family, a breakup, this spasm of publicity about what happened from Mexico to London.
It was pretty rough, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Ah, weird. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hello. Ew, strong Britney. Yeah, it was a weird. Ew, I'm embarrassed. Can we stop this?
Another equally exploitative moment happened when Jay Leno asked Kanye West how his recently deceased mother would feel about his interruption of Taylor Swift at the VMAs.
I was fortunate enough
to meet your mom and talk with your mom a number of years ago. What do you think she would have said about this? Okay. Would she be disappointed in this? Would she give you a lecture?
Yeah.
However, Kourtney Kardashian found an ingenious way to shut down inappropriate questions by simply freezing when asked about her sister Kim's recent robbery incident.
So I just was wondering how everyone's doing. Hello, Kourtney, have we lost you?
All right, it looks like Kourtney doesn't really want to go there with that question.
I think she's blanking me. I think she's totally blanking me on that question.
I think there's probably a PR person there saying, you know, don't talk about it, but...
She could just say her sister's fine.
Selena Gomez would similarly go silent when faced with a question about her then boyfriend Justin Bieber that she clearly didn't appreciate.
Is there something about him that we don't get or we don't understand? I mean, there's one story after another of, you know, pretty outrageous behavior that we're reading about. What don't we get about him, or what is it that he's not getting out there?
Even long after their breakup, Selena still had to face questions about Bieber, shutting them down in iconic fashion.
You opened up and talked about how Justin Bieber has had a big impact in your life, and I want to know, how would you say he's most influenced the person that you are today?
I mean, I don't think anybody truly actually cares.
But perhaps the most savage response to an inappropriate question came from Lauren Conrad.
What's your favorite position? CEO.
CEO. I like that. Yes. High five.
This next interview got extremely uncomfortable when actress Cara Delevingne's distinct British humor was misinterpreted as sass by the hosts of Good Day Sacramento, resulting in this cringeworthy confrontation.
I saw you in London talking a couple weeks ago on TV, and you seemed a lot more excited about it than you do right now. Are you just exhausted?
No. I mean, I'm still very excited. You know, the premiere was last night. It was an emotional night. It felt like the end of an era, but I'm not any less excited than I was a couple of weeks ago. Maybe I had a bit more energy. It's the morning.
You do seem a bit irritated. Perhaps it's just us.
Yeah, I think it's just you.
Believing Delevingne was being snarky, the hosts abruptly cut her off and went on to criticize her on air.
We figured as much.
We'll let you go then. How about that?
All
We'll
right.
let you go take a little nap, maybe get a Red Bull. How about that?
Cara Delevingne, thank you so much.
Wow, she was in a mood.
Man, when
Jeez Louise, everything
I thought she was being
sarcastic.
sarcastic.